it's Elle Cool, and today is National Donut Day. I guess that I have known that it existed because on National Donut Day every year, Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kreme, every donut shop does some type of promo. So I guess I knew that it existed. I did not know why it existed and what the origin story was. So it is observed every year on the first Friday of June. So this year, 2026, the first Friday in June happens to be Friday, June 5th. So today is National Donut Day. Now, I thought that it was just a day that people liked to indulge or overindulge in donuts, and that is not the case. National Donut Day has an actual origin story worth knowing. It was established in 1938 by the Salvation Army to honor the Donut Lassies. The Donut Lassies were female volunteers who went to the front lines during World War I and served warm donuts to American soldiers. They weren't just handing out snacks, they were handing out a little piece of home to people who needed it the most. And if you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that I do think that cooking and creating food and creating meals is a labor of love. And you don't do it for any nobody, but you do it for everybody. And a donut meant so much to them back then. And I think it's worth honoring that sentiment with something homemade. So that's why I tried my hand at these homemade yeast donuts, because baby, let me tell you, it tested me a little bit because I've never made anything with a dough. I bake cookies, I bake cakes, I make food. I don't necessarily make bread. And so this is my first time ever making these yeast donuts, and knowing everything that goes into them, and I don't have all of the fancy equipment anyway that a donut shop would have, but I know that back then, a lot of what we have now didn't exist back then. So a lot of the technological advances that we've been able to benefit from, the donut latches didn't have that. And so I didn't realize that, but I thought that it was something that should be noted. So, like I said, this is my first time making these yeast donuts. It was also my first time frying anything in either apartment any apartment that I've ever lived in, because I feel like frying things is a household activity and not an apartment activity, because smells sit and linger a different way in apartments than they do in homes. Frying chicken and fish, hell no. But donuts, my apartment smells like a bakery, baby. I'll fry a donut every day if I have to. So it was a classic yeast donut base. Whole milk, butter, egg, a little nutmeg, but something else that I added 2 extra things into the dough, which were princess cake and cookie emulsion and a touch of almond extract in the glaze. Now, I'm a true Southern woman through and through, so I love a touch of almond in almost all baked goods. Those 2 additions were the difference between, oh, I made donuts at home, and, oh, where you bought these donuts from? Because they're just, they're really good. Actually, as I record this voiceover, I'm actually sitting here eating one. But, oh my God, they're so good. Now, the only thing that I need to work on for the next time, if I make them another time, because it's not necessarily the plan, is to make them a little bit lighter. They're a little dense, but they're so good. Like, they're just so good. And some of them were lighter than others, darker than others. That's fine, but they are divine. Okay. I hope that you didn't intend on me walking you through every detail, because that was never my intention. But this dough was much easier than I expected, and the frying part was way less scary than I built it up to be. And yeah, that's my National Donut Day video. I do hope that y'all enjoyed it. I'm gonna get out of here. Make these for National Donut Day. Make them for no reason at all on a random Saturday. Either way, feed somebody you love today, and don't forget that includes yourself. Bye.